Right, I'm just making this video because all of the, I know, first thing first, right, I'm just making this video because all of the, like, my social network, well, not my social network, but like, my Ask-A-Fem, my Twitter, my Facebook, my Tumblr, wherever I see, wherever I look even, there's bullying happening, in some way, like, it's like cyberbullying, and oh, it's just really annoying. And I know there's loads of these videos of people being bullied and how people hate bullies and stuff like that, but I personally want to make one because all over my Ask-A-Fem and whatever, all the social networking sites, there's people being bullied, and to the point where they're coming crying to me saying that they've done something stupid, like self-harmed, or they feel like just lying in a hole and just never coming back out. And I'm not being funny, but that breaks my heart to know that people feel that sad to the point where they want to ruin their body or they want to do something stupid. Girls, there are times where a lot of the girls are like covered in makeup and have the worst personality ever, but that, and people, for example, with like hundreds and hundreds and whatever, how many likes, and they're popular, and they think it's okay to go around calling people names, saying stuff and putting people down and making them so self-conscious where they can't do as many things, or they can't wear as things that they would have worn before, for example shorts. If somebody like says something about the weight or their legs, or I don't know, but it's horrible to know that people are like doing stupid things and being affected, like having their lives affected because of people sitting behind their computer screens, either on anonymous or off anonymous or whatever, and people sit there making their lives hell. I don't understand what would go through someone's mind to be able to do that. It's stupid. And I know there's loads of these videos around on Facebook, but I just wanted to say and get my opinion out, because bullies should not be in this world. People commit suicide. It's like, I think it's every 40 seconds that someone commits suicide, and those like figures are going low. The time's going lower and lower, so there's being more and more suicides quicker and quicker. And there's people all around the world that are self-harming constantly. Like, there's people, I know people with like, it's all down their arms and legs, and because there's like little people, bullies, sitting behind their computer screen thinking that they're hard, calling people names like slags, or complimenting them, not complimenting, that's the wrong word, or mentioning their weight. And now someone's Skyping me. Like mentioning their weight or whatever, or like on Ask-A-Fem, there's this, I'm following this person, and they're disabled, and they've got like loads and loads of questions and answers and whatever, and it's getting to the point where it's like people are saying, "Are you a retard?" because they're disabled and everything. I think they have Down syndrome. They don't have Down syndrome. What am I on about? Like, they're disabled, and there's people calling them retards, saying that they're spastics and stuff like that. And I know this has nothing to do with it, but my auntie's got Down syndrome, and that doesn't make her a retard or a spastic or whatever you want to call her. That makes her special. It makes her unique. It makes her different to everybody else. And she loves her life. She's what, 45, 46 I think, and every moment of her life she has lived it to the max. She doesn't care. It doesn't affect her. To her, she's just like a normal person, and that's how most disabled people think. Like, they're unique, they're different to everybody else. And then you get those other people that are bullies, and they sit behind their computer screen thinking they're hard, yet they won't say it. A lot of people don't say it to their face. Like, and Ask-A-Fem, you get hate. Everybody's like, I don't care, give me hate, blah blah blah, amuse or abuse, whatever people say. And when people do, like, so I can play with my hair, when people do like be nasty to them. They go on a big rant, which is fair enough, but if you hate it that much and you're so sick of the hate, delete your Ask FM and have a day or two off like social networking sites, because the more and more you rise up to it, the more and more hate you're gonna get. And if you say something like, if someone calls you a slag and then you call them a slag back, you're just as bad as each other, and so there's no point in rising to it. I've got people coming up messaging me saying that they're in absolute bits and they don't know what to do because someone has told them to, I don't know, self-harm, or someone's told them to go die in a hole or whatever. But there's people crying to me in bits because there's people bullying them, and I think it's wrong, and bullies shouldn't be in this world. And I'm like ranting and everything because it's really bugging me now, and it's like all over my Facebook and all over the social networking sites that I'm on, and to be fair, it needs to stop. It's pathetic, and you're not hard. Bullies are just, they shouldn't be in this world. If you're a bully, then you should stop, because you don't understand how much words hurt more than they probably used to, because the society is like so messed up, it's unreal. And I know a lot of you probably won't even like think about looking at this video, but I just needed to get my point across, and I hope you understand like bullying isn't good. And even if you think just by calling someone fat, even if you're joking, some people don't really take jokes the way others do, or the way you might take a joke. It could really hurt them, and then like fat turns into, by calling someone fat, that could turn into an eating disorder, which isn't good, like anorexia or bulimia or any of them. And that's how all these diseases like depression, anxiety, all those, that's how they're caused by bullies. And obviously there's other reasons as well, like family problems, whatever, but a lot of them are for bullying, and because people think it's okay to call you names, and it's not. It should stop, and it's really upsetting to know that people are getting the hate that they are, because people do mistakes. I've done a lot of mistakes and I regret every single one of them, but people follow you on it. Like, you'll do a mistake from 3 years ago and there'll still people be going on about it now, and even though if you had an argument with someone, they'll still be going on about it and pushing you over the limit, and there's a point where you just say I give up, and you just don't know what to do anymore. So you just sit in your room and you isolate yourself from the whole, like, you just isolate yourself from everybody, and then when everybody asks like, are you okay, are you sure, blah blah blah, they're like, yeah, I'm fine, but really they're not. They're like crying their eyes out, and it's so upsetting. And bullies just need to stop and get over yourself. You're not hard and you're not bigger than anybody else. You just look like an absolute dick doing it. So yeah, that's my rant. Sorry it's a bit of a longish video, but it needs to be said. Bye.